Here's our first development of the sounder design for the Composition Distance 2. This was made possible by my brother Randall. He's the Region Systems Engineer for Parker's Automation Group. As described in my previous journal entry, Distance 2 is a work that features 6 sounders, remotely actuated compressed air-powered horns. Diaphones, actually. These 6 horns will emit a very loud, short pitch, all at the same time and repeatedly. The notes, as heard by the audience walking along the path, will slowly change in their relative order as a result of their changing distance to each sounder. In this first experiment, Randall tries a modified quick exhaust valve for its ability to create a loud, short pitch. Inside the valve is a single diaphragm, which has 2 positions, open and closed. Here it is closed. This experiment utilizes a modification that reverses the normal setup in several ways. First, the main air line enters the exhaust port. Second, port 1 is open to the atmosphere. Third, a compression spring is placed between the diaphragm and the valve body interior. The spring will apply force to the diaphragm, keeping it closed. When the main line air pressure is greater than the strength of the spring, air will exit into a resonating chamber. The spring will push back against the diaphragm, closing off the airstream until pressure builds up again, resulting in another pulse of air sent through the column. This process happens many times per second. What we learned was a musical tone could be achieved with this system and with only 1 pound per square inch. Could we make the tone louder, and could we get a quicker response? For the second part of this experiment, we wanted to see if the lack of impedance on the movement of the diaphragm on the atmosphere side was somehow contributing to the slow response or to the loudness. To find out, airflow to the atmosphere was restricted with a variable flow control valve. We found through this experiment that restricting the airflow to the atmosphere did not increase volume levels.